can you give us some of your favorite tools that you use for setting up your webinar campaigns and funnels and those types of things?
Sure. So there's three tools, well, four really I like to use. And personally, like you said, the tools aren't the end game of all of it. They're going to be changing every year for the next 100 years. Like there's always new tools, always better. But the basic things you want to look for is, does it work consistently? Is it cost effective for your business? And does it accomplish a few key things in the funnel? So I use Webinar Jam and EverWebinar for the actual broadcasting and automations of webinars. And I use Active Campaign for the follow-up. They integrate real well. That's one of the big benefits. If you have Infusionsoft, I mean, it's awesome, but it's very expensive. Active Campaign is a nice mid-level tagging system. So the one thing, I don't know if you guys do this in your webinars, whether it's Webinar Jam or EverWebinar, you can tag people based on how long they're in the webinar, and then I'll trigger emails. If they came in 10 minutes late, I'll send an email, hey, I saw you came in late. I want to make sure you got the best of the content, so here's the replay. I know generally they're not going to buy at that point. I'll also tag them if they buy, obviously. But like little things like that make a big difference over time. Over the course of a year is what I like to look at conversion numbers for a specific campaign. It's like, what is the actual lifetime value of my webinar? So that's where the funnel really kicks in. But if you start out and you just have a registration page, the webinar, and a replay page, and send people through all three of those, you are better than waiting 3 months to build out the perfect funnel, right? And I always tell people, like, first things first, get those three things live and start running traffic to it, because that's going to light a fire under you to optimize it, because you'll start losing money, right? So Active Campaign is great for the emails and for tagging and just managing of your lists. And then I also like a little tool called Lucidchart, which is just a mind map software, and it's like $14 a year, but I use it to just map everything out, try to get the structure of the funnel down pat so I can move things around. Just for me, I'm a visual person. I like to see it all mapped out. So those are the three big tools I use, and then I manage everything in like one Google Doc for each webinar. I just keep it all in one linear Google Doc. I've used all kinds of project management systems, and I found just having everything in one place really helps. And then use something like Trello to manage the people who are working on it. But those are the main core tools. And then a new one I'm starting that seems to be just unbelievably effective for pre-qualifying people is Typeform, the premium version. You can actually integrate it with Active Campaign, and basically instead of sending people to a registration page, you send them to a little survey, and you ask them questions related, leading questions like, do you have problems with this in your business? All the questions that you cover in the webinar, and then at the end you say, hey, I recommend this workshop for you. It's free. And then I usually will auto-register them, and literally have just started setting those up within the last 2 weeks. So excited to see the long-term growth, but so far the engagement seems to be way higher versus sending them to a Suites page.